Marvel might have tried to keep it quiet, but this Fantastic Four leak kicked the door wide open. Stick with me as I break it all down, because once we get through the leaks, I've got a theory that ties it all together. First things first, Robert Downey Jr. is Dr. Doom. In the leaked post-credit scene, a tall figure steps out from a swirl of light, cloaked in silver from head to toe. In one hand, he holds Doom's iconic metal mask. In the other, he's carrying an unconscious Franklin Richards. Yes, it's Robert Downey Jr. under the hood. Not a multiverse Tony Stark, not some clever variant, just Doom. His face stays hidden, and he says nothing, but the presence is unmistakable. Marvel didn't bother with a recast. They handed one of their most dangerous villains to the same man who built the MCU. It's bold, bizarre, and maybe a little insane. The next twist is that Doom abducts Franklin Richards on screen. Leaked descriptions of the post-credit scene suggest something serious has already happened before the camera even starts rolling. Sue leaves the room briefly, and when she returns, Doom is just there, silent, still, and holding an unconscious Franklin Richards. There's no sign of a struggle, no fight, no chase, just Franklin, limp in his arms, like Doom had been waiting for the perfect moment. It's not explained how he got in or what he plans to do, but it's clear this wasn't an attack, it was a message. Doom came to prove it's already over. There's also a silver and white God Emperor armor debut. One of the strangest details from the leaks is Doom's outfit. Instead of the classic green cloak fans know from the comics, he's dressed in silver and white, head to toe. The armor is sleek but not quite finished, and the hood apparently sticks up in a weird way, making the whole thing look a bit cartoonish in the rough cut. It's not clear if this is his final design or just an early version, but skipping the green is a big choice. It might mean he's already reached a powerful form, or Marvel just didn't want to play it safe. Even more, teleport tech is Doom's, not the Four's. Leaked details point to something strange about the teleportation sound heard in the scene. At first, it seems like standard tech from the Fantastic Four, but the timing and setup suggest otherwise. Sue leaves the room, a portal activates, and Doom appears, not the team. This has led to a growing theory that the dimensional tech wasn't built by the Four at all, but by Doom himself. If true, it flips the origin story on its head. Instead of Reed leading the science, Doom may have already cracked the multiverse, and that would explain how he's always one step ahead of everyone. We're also going to witness Thunderbolts, Stinger misdirect. The end of Thunderbolts showed a mysterious ship landing, and most assumed it belonged to the Fantastic Four. But based on these new leaks, that might have been a clever trick. The ship may not be carrying Reed and his team at all. Instead, it could be Doom himself, already traveling across timelines with Franklin Richards as his prisoner. If that's true, Marvel just pulled one of its boldest bait-and-switch moments. Viewers expecting a heroic entrance could instead watch the door open to Doom, not salvation. It's a twist that flips everything backwards before the new story even begins. And if that isn't enough, time is already slipping. In the leaked scene, Sue is seen reading a bedtime story to Franklin, who's suddenly older than he should be. Earlier in the film, he's either a newborn or just a few months old, but here, he's old enough to sit up and listen to stories. That small moment, easily missed, hints at something much bigger. Time may have already jumped without warning, or worse, been tampered with. Whether it's due to Doom, dimension travel, or something Franklin did himself, it's clear the usual rules no longer apply. The Baxter Building isn't just home, it might be a ticking clock. Because, let's be honest, Doomsday is already on the calendar. Right after the scene cuts to black, a title card appears with a bold message. The Fantastic Four will return in Avengers Doomsday. It's not vague or cryptic. It doesn't say soon or in the future. It names the next event outright, and that alone feels like a shift. Marvel rarely locks in a sequel title this directly, especially at the tag of a debut film. But this time, they went all in. According to reports, early audiences reacted with a mix of cheers and confusion, because it confirms not just the return of the team, but that Doom is already waiting. There's also the reunion scene. They're hiding. Behind the scenes, a strange detail has surfaced. Chris Evans reportedly filmed a return as the Human Torch, alongside the original Fox-era cast. The scene was shot on the Avengers Doomsday set and was meant to feature a quick multiverse crossover, but in the version shown to test audiences, it's missing completely. No explanation has been given. Some believe Marvel is saving it for the final cut, while others think it's being held for Doomsday itself. Either way, it exists. The footage is real, and if it gets added back in, it might end up being one of the film's biggest surprises. And you know what? The mask isn't even real. One of the strangest choices in the leaked scene is that Doom's mask isn't physical at all. It's entirely CGI. Not battle damaged, not floating, just fully digital, held in his hand like a placeholder. Some VFX artists claim it's just a temporary solution, meant for test screenings only. Others suggest Marvel never planned to build a real version at all. This has sparked debate online, with many wondering why such an iconic item, Doom's symbol of power and legacy, was left to pixels. Whether it's unfinished or intentional, the choice already has people asking what else Marvel might be skipping for convenience. Doom's rise is moving too fast. If the leaks are true, Marvel may be pushing Doom straight to the top without giving him any room to grow. Within just 2 films, he's expected to go from a quiet post-credit presence to something close to God Emperor status by Avengers Doomsday. That's a massive leap, especially compared to Thanos, who took 10 years and several appearances to build his threat. This sudden jump feels risky. Doom hasn't earned the fear yet, but the story may ask audiences to accept him as the next cosmic ruler anyway. Whether it works or not, Marvel clearly isn't waiting around. And to tease us more, Marvel has let us rethink that. Doom might be wearing more than a mask. One of the strangest theories from the leaks suggests that Doom isn't just hiding behind a hood. He may be pretending to be someone else entirely. Some insiders claim he'll present himself as Tony Stark, using the resemblance to gain trust and influence. The idea comes straight from the comics, where Doom once took on the Iron Man role in infamous Iron Man. If true, this twist plays directly into the emotional aftermath of Endgame, where Stark's legacy still shapes everything. It's not just deception, it's strategy. Doom wouldn't need to fight the Avengers if he can convince them he's already their hero. And Marvel is leaking all of this on purpose. The timing of the post-credit leak isn't random. According to reports, Marvel held a quiet, invite-only test screening for Fantastic Four just before the details started spreading online. This wasn't a mistake. It looks like part of the plan. Instead of releasing a teaser or full trailer, Marvel may be using controlled leaks to stir up interest, especially with Thunderbolts underperforming. It's a tricky move. Done right, it builds buzz without spoiling everything. But if pushed too far, it risks tiring people out before the real marketing even starts. It's a balancing act, and Marvel knows exactly how high the stakes are. But you know what? Half-finished Doom still did the job. The version shown at the test screening wasn't even close to final. Reports say only 30 to 50% of the visual effects were finished, with many shots using rough pre-visualization. That means flat lighting, blocky models, and placeholder textures. Basically, scenes that look like a video game from 10 years ago. Even so, the reaction was strong. Viewers still understood the stakes, the tone, and the weight of Doom's arrival. Marvel clearly knew what they were doing. If early cuts can land with this much impact, the final version, once fully polished, could end up feeling even more intense than people expect. Now, here's my take on it. Franklin might be the key to everything. One theory gaining traction from the leak is that Franklin Richards isn't just Doom's hostage, he's the fuel. In the comics, Franklin has reality-warping powers strong enough to shape entire worlds. Some believe Doom's plan isn't just about control or revenge, but creation. If he's trying to build his own universe or patch together broken ones, Franklin would be the perfect tool to power that. It wouldn't be the first time Marvel turned a child into a walking cheat code, but this time it hits differently. Doom isn't carrying Franklin around for fun. He might be planning to use him like a multiverse battery, an endless energy source pulled from the child of his oldest rival. It's dark, it's ambitious, and if true, it sets up Franklin not just as a side character, but as the single most important piece of the next chapter. Nothing about this feels small, not even the kid. This is not the Fantastic Four you were expecting. If these leaks are even half true, Fantastic Four won't follow the usual Marvel pattern. This isn't just another origin story with flashy powers and a city battle. The tone sounds heavier, stranger, and more personal, focused on family, loss, and a world that's already slipping apart. Doom isn't just the villain. He's woven into every thread, from Franklin's fate to the team's arrival in the main timeline. And with Robert Downey Jr. stepping into the role, everything feels slightly off in the best and weirdest way possible. Instead of setting up years of slow build-up like with Thanos, this story might launch the team straight into multiverse collapse. Between skipped timelines, false identities, and the creepy silence of Doom's entrance, this version of Fantastic Four looks like it's designed to confuse you, unsettle you, and change everything you thought the MCU could be. It's still Marvel, but now it bites first and smiles later. And just like that, the Fantastic Four leaks may have thrown the MCU into a whole new direction. Whether we're ready or not, if Doom's already won, what's even left for the heroes to do? Comment your theories and chaos predictions below. We're reading every one.